Alrighty, folks, what is poppin'? Welcome in. This is BearNation.com. Welcome back to another video, and guys, welcome to this year's NBA Conference Finals predictions. We are here every single round, giving you guys our picks. Well, one thing I do really want to say, I do apologize in advance that we are kind of late in going into this. So this video, like I said, it will be out late, so I do apologize in advance. My system has just been going wrong, and I just had some personal problems up here, so just trying to find some time to do it. So like I apologize in advance, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So if you got, like I said, if you got that already, hit the like and that subscribe button. Make sure you join that Discord and follow me on Twitch. Also Discord, make sure you guys follow me on there, and make sure you guys go check out any social media platform. We will get NFL fantasy. That should be coming up pretty soon. I think I'm gonna start that next week, so make sure you guys start joining that. I'll put the link in the description so you guys can join that. Also, make sure you guys check out our shop, which we'll go ahead and get into here. If you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you please do so. And without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get things going for the conference finals predictions. It's gonna be a lot of fun this year. Alrighty, folks, let's go ahead and get started here. So first things first, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers on the Eastern Conference Finals, beating the Pistons in 7 games here. And then you have the New York Knicks, basically, and we'll talk about them in a minute, but the Cleveland Cavaliers, how about them? I think I was the only one to pick the Cavs to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I'm actually pretty happy about that. They said they beat the Detroit Pistons in 7 games. That series was an absolute roller coaster. It was just a series that it just could have gone either way. I think it was just anyone's to take. Now I'm glad Cleveland did win, because that was the big point I needed to have the Ty Yeller. But yeah, like I say, Cleveland, they won that one. I thought they played fair and square. I thought they won that one fair and square. I thought that series was pretty damn entertaining for the most part. I thought the Pistons got off to a really great start. And once they were down, and once the Cavs were down 0-2, I was kind of thinking like this series could be over, or they could be swept. But the Cavs, I mean, they were resilient. They won 4 out of the last 5 in that series, and you got to give a lot of credit. I thought Mitchell played fantastic. I think Cleveland's defense looked pretty damn good throughout the beginning of that series. So they look pretty good here. And listen, now they're one step closer to the NBA Finals. Could they actually get there? That's a question that we've been asking. But this is by far better than what they had last year. And I thought last year was their best opportunity to make the NBA Finals, when we know when they were 1 seed. Meanwhile, look at the New York Knicks here. The Knicks coming off of a pretty easy series win over the Sixers, beating them in 6 games. It just kind of felt like that series was just over right away. Like soon as game 1 was over, when he took that when they delivered that ass whooping in game 1, it just kind of felt like that game, it just kind of felt like that series was just over right away. It just kind of felt like the Cavs. Not the Cavs. It just kind of felt like the Sixers never really had a chance. I mean, and especially for them, I don't know what happened, but I'm kind of thinking like something had to happen, because it's almost damn near impossible. Basically, any sport you play, basketball, baseball, some softball, like it's almost impossible for you to go on the road 2 times. What Knicks just did was one of the most unbelievable things I think I've ever seen. They went into Philadelphia in both games 3 and 4, and they just beat the absolute living fuck out of the Sixers. Like, they just beat the living shit out of these guys. And it was so bad that at the point that I think there was more Knicks fans in the building more than 76ers fans. There was literally like I think each game was the biggest of leads, like 35 or almost 40. Like, it was just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I just never seen that shit before. That's kind of like why I'm so hype meter about this guy. I just never seen a team get their ass whooped at home in back consecutive games in the playoffs. I just don't think I've ever seen that. I think it's absurd. But anyway, here, Cavs next, back to this matchup. I think it could go either way, actually. I'm thinking like Cleveland does have the star power to match up with New York. But at the same time, like I'm also thinking like Like the Knicks, like I said, they're the home team of the series here. Now the Knicks, actually, they are a 3 seed. I don't know why I have as a 2 seed right now. But anyway, here, like I said, the Knicks are. You can make an argument, say that the Knicks are the better team here, but at the same time, like I think the Cavs have. I think the Cavs have the tools. I think they have the weapons to compete. It's just the thing is, can the Cavs be a little bit more consistent on offense? If they do, I do think they'll match up well in Europe because I do think New York has the more talented offensive team. But at the same time, like the Knicks defense is really good. That's why I'm really concerning about the Knicks offense and how they will produce. I think this is gonna be a tough one. I think it's gonna be a tough series here, and I think it could go either way here. But I'm gonna take New York just because I trust Jalen Brunson here the most. Don't get me wrong. I thought Donovan Mitchell has been pretty outstanding in this year's playoffs, and I think that dude continues to be a light show. But I'm gonna go Jalen Brunson. I think home team of the series does matter here. That's New York. I'm gonna pick the Knicks in 6 though. I do think Cleveland should be able to win 2. I don't think they'll get swept at all. Cleveland will probably win those 2 at home, and then games 3 and 4 at home, and then I believe they will probably just fall short in that game. But yeah, I'm gonna go Knicks in 6. I think it'll be a good series. I think it could go either way, but I'm gonna trust Jalen Brunson to finally get to the NBA Finals for the first time in his career. So I'll take the Knicks in this one. All right, let's see. What does my boy Yeller have? Hold on, I gotta pull up this one. Yeller's gonna go to the Knicks in 7. All right, so Yeller does have going the whole 7 games. So hey, I respect that. Let's see. So Yeller's taking the Knicks, and he says this series is gonna be straight chachos. Oh, not my. I said that wrong. This series is gonna be straight chaos, physical as hell every game. Cavs got the offense to stick around with the Knicks, but the Knicks have the better core with Jalen Brunson. They'll make clutch plays late in game 7 at home is the difference maker. Giving the Knicks. All right, that's cool. All right, what does my boy Cam have? What does Cam got for this one? Cam's is with me exactly. Cam he took the Knicks in 6 as well. All right, so we're all picking the Knicks. I said I'm actually kind of surprised. Wait, hold up my screen. Anyway, I was going to say I can't believe nobody's picking the Cavs here, especially how good they've been. You know, they just knocked out the #1 seed, and you definitely could say that's like that. Hold up. But anyway, like I said, I'm shocked nobody picked the Cavs. I really am. I thought somebody was gonna do it. If somebody was gonna pick the Cavs, I thought it would be Yeller. I thought Yeller would have picked the Cavs. But hey, we all got the Knicks here, so let's see what happens and see if the Cavs proves wrong here. So me and Cam got the Cavs in 6, and old Yeller has the Knicks in 7 here. But like I said, it could go either way. I think the Knicks do provide. I do think the Cavs prevent a challenge. The question is, will they match it? That's gonna be something to look forward here. But I guess we're all going to New York here and let the chips fall where they may. Alrighty, folks, let's go ahead and get down to the real business here. The Western Conference Finals, and I'm pretty sure everybody has, I'm pretty sure everybody has waited for this matchup because this matchup is going to be absolute chaos. It's going to be insane. It's going to be ridiculous. You have Victor Wembanyama playing against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Spurs versus Thunder. My God, this conference finals is going to be absolute rehab. Ooh, I can't wait for this game. I cannot wait for this series to start. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I actually do think it's going to be one of the better series I think we've seen in NBA history, to be completely honest with you, because there's just so much good players on both of these two teams. I know San Antonio is a little bit more inexperienced team to OKC because OKC won that championship last year, but at the same time it kind of feels weird saying that because I literally said the same thing about OKC last year about not having the experience. And if I'm not mistaken, that's why I did pick the Thunder to lose to Denver in last year's playoffs. But hey, listen, they proved me wrong. I mean, they got the experience now. They still got the championship core. All right, let's take a look at these teams. Thunder coming off of a pretty easy series win over the Lakers. I mean, they just put belt to ass part us. And it was part 7, part 8, part 9. I understand it. It is what it is, but the Lakers got their ass whooped, and the Thunder are the well more rested team here. And even though San Antonio is coming off of a tough series, I mean, they got the job done against the Wolves in the second round. It was kind of impressive because, you know, the Wolves have been the conference finals back-to-back seasons, and they took them out. So for San Antonio, I mean, I do think this is already a hell of a season for them. Regardless how it ends, no matter if it ends now in the conference finals or if it ends in the NBA finals here, or whoever how this story ends for San Antonio, it's been a hell of a season. I do think their fans should be proud here. Man, this is a really tough series to pick because part of me is saying here to pick San Antonio and just go it and just go for it, because San Antonio, I really do think they're one of the only teams that could beat OKC in this year's playoffs. I've been talking about it. I think Denver and San Antonio was the only two teams that I can really see beating the Oklahoma City Thunder. Well, I had San Antonio because San Antonio actually went 4-1 against them in the regular season, including the NBA Cup game where San Antonio won that to move on to the championship. But I think San Antonio lost to somebody. I think they lost to the Knicks. I think the Knicks won the in-season tournament. I think so, but I could be wrong here. But I think they lost to them. And listen, we could get that in the NBA final. Knicks versus Spurs, the NBA Cup Finals rematch here. So that could be a little something, right? And then part of me says I think the Spurs can compete. I also thought Denver could compete because they literally took them to 7 last year with a weaker roster, and then Denver had a very stronger roster this year. So it was just kind of stunning to see Denver to be limited in the first round by the Wolves. It was just absolutely stunning to watch that. I was shocked because I thought that Denver Nuggets team, well, at least this year's Denver Nuggets team, was way better than the last year's Denver Nuggets team. Anyway, look at the OKC. Like I said, OKC is gonna be the more rested team here. I'm pretty sure the Thunder have like a week advantage rest against the Spurs here. So I do think this series is going to be interesting. I do think this is another series. I think home court advantage is really going to matter here. It just depends on like who gets the first jump. Does San Antonio win game 1, or does OKC win game 1? Who gets the first step? I do think this could be interesting. How does Wemby play against this really good OKC defense? And I'm very interested to see the matchup of Wemby versus Chet. I'm very excited for that matchup. For 7 games, I cannot wait for that. I think this series, like I said, I think this series could be one of the best series that we've seen in NBA history. I really do. I think it's gonna be that damn good. All right, this is the tough one here. I'm actually gonna go last with this one because I just can't bug myself here. First things first, I'm gonna go with Cam first. Cam has got. Is he doing it? Yeah, I think he's doing it. He's doing it. Yeah, he's doing it. He's picking the Spurs. Cam is taking the San Antonio Spurs. He's got the Spurs in 6 games. He's gonna go ahead and do it, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I was, like I said, if you want to pick the Spurs, pick the Spurs. Well, we'll go ahead and get to my pick here in a minute. But listen, the Cam, but God, I mean, I can see it, man. I can see San Antonio beating OKC. I can absolutely see it. Number one thing is, I also want to say I do think this is the NBA Finals, because I do think the winner of this series will probably win the championship. Because I'm not gonna trust either Cleveland or New York to go away to win the finals over these two teams juggernauts. But anyway, let me go to old Yeller. What's Yeller have to say about this? Yeller's got the Thunder. So Yeller is over here. Yeller's got the Thunder, and he says he's taking them in 6. So Yeller's got the Thunder in 6, and he says the Spurs got the future, but OKC's all-around team, defense and offense, is too explosive right now. Gilgeous-Alexander will take over in late games in the series, and the Thunder will get right back to the finals, beating the Spurs in 6 games. All right, so that's what like I said, this is a tough one for me. I think this one could go either way. I like how both teams matches up well with each other. But I gotta really think about it. Like game 7, I do think this one will go to 7. Game 7 would be in OKC. I do think home court advantage is a really big part of this series, and based on my deciding factor here. As much as I really want to pick San Antonio, and I hope I get this wrong, by the way. I hope San Antonio wins. I really do. I'm praying for that they win, but I'm gonna. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna pick OKC in this one. But yeah, I think, yeah, I'm gonna pick OKC, but I'm gonna take I'm gonna take the Thunder in 7 though. I think it's gonna be a hell of a series. I think this is one of the series that could go back and forth. They could go either way, but give me the Thunder. I'm gonna take them in 7 games. I think they close it out. And I just think this is gonna be a hell of a series. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But man, this is the series is gonna be something here. Like I said, if you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let me guys know in the comments below who you guys have winning. Let me guys know in the comments below how many games you think is gonna take. Anyway, here, without further ado, guys, I'm gonna hop out, and guys, you guys watch no time. I appreciate everybody's support. And without further ado, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. This is BabyNation.com. Peace out, stay safe, and I'll always see you good people in the next video. Peace, and we'll see you then.